Hi, it's Linda with CreativePLR.com, and today we are looking at alphabet activities. So in the early grades, if you're not doing math, you're doing some kind of alphabet activities, because those are the key things the kids learn in elementary school in the early grades. And so in this activity, we need letter recognition. So they would trace the letter. They would probably say the letter. There's a little clip art. I love my little clip art. C is for cat. So I don't know if you can see it up close, but they would trace the C, the uppercase C or the capital letter, lowercase c, and then there's room here, they could write it. And then they would go through and then they would color in every C that they see. Okay. And the nice thing about these types of activities is you don't need an answer key. Parents can pretty much figure out if their kids did it right or not. So they get practice coloring. Coloring is always a great activity to include with anything else that you're doing because it's fun. It reduces stress. And so kids are coloring while they're doing something that's actually good for them, learning their letters. Okay. And then you could do a whole series of these. So you could do the whole alphabet. So one tip I would like to offer you if you're going to do this and you're going to do alphabet activities is do all 26 letters of the alphabet as a bundle. You could also sell them as single sheets, but you wouldn't want to do like I've done here and do C is for cat, D is for dog, and F is for fish, and put those in a bundle to sell. That would just be odd. So people that buy alphabet activities want the entire alphabet. So that would be 26. And so you could go through and just make a template, which is what I did. I made a template of the cat one. And once I did that, then I go through and then I change it up and I just change what my in this case dog, what my image is, what my letter is, change some of the letters there. Then I do the fish. If I did E, it would probably be E for egg, or you could do E for elephant, E for eagle. So there's lots of words that you can do. And once you make a template, swapping it out is so much faster. You could probably do, it took me an hour to make the template, okay? Once you get the template made, you could get all the other 25 letters done probably in 20 minutes, okay? That's how fast it would go, okay? Also, being able to identify the uppercase letters or capital letters and the lowercase. So this would be just a draw line, so you're matching. Draw a line from there to there, and then I goes to there, K goes to there. And now I got this one from Canva, so obviously I've got to completely remodel it before I ever use it, because that would be a big no-no to repost something to sell that you've basically stolen from Canva. The templates are there to inspire you, but you're not supposed to just print them off and sell them. I'm pretty sure that's against Canva's rules. So I would switch this up, but you could do a whole set of the alphabet to do this. A's, then you do B's, then C's, and so forth, and then just swap up the letters. Here is what, and I originally had stars, and then I changed it to hearts. Okay, and you could, this is in counting, I would call this, skip counting. But in alphabet, I don't know if they have a term for it, but A, B, blank, D, E, kids would say, oh, that's C, and then they would fill in the C right there. So they have practice writing. And these are uppercase letters or capital letters, and you could do that. You could do a whole series of these where you just moved whatever the missing letter is around. You could also do some where you ask, fill in the missing letters. What letters were you missing? If it's for the early grades where they're learning their alphabet, you have to keep the directions very simple, because the directions are for the parents. The kids aren't going to read, fill in the missing big letters and understand what it is, because if they could read that, they wouldn't need the practice of filling in the letters. And so I did two versions of that, uppercase version and a lowercase version as well. I think so far I've put the letters in the same place. And then kids have, this is actually a vowel sound as well, so you could do vowel sounds. It says write the beginning sound of each object. This is phonics type work, so elephant, ice, umbrella, orange, ant, and you could do a whole bunch of activities like this, where you just do either vowel activities, where you could have pig, short I, and so you'd have a picture of a pig, a P, a blank, and then a G, and then they fill in the letter. So it wouldn't have to be beginning sounds, but you could do beginning sounds. You could do other vowel sounds. I might have some of those. And I would suggest, now, while these are in our, I would say, sight words, I would say that these are for much older kids. Okay, first of all, clock is not a word that you would have in kindergarten or first grade. First grade might, but mixing it up really adds to the difficulty level. So, but you could do that for older upper elementary, you know, third, fourth, fifth grade. That would work great. And just put a little clip art next to it in the word. The mixed up word, not the real word. And you know, that would give you, you know, you could do a whole bunch of those. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 10 on a page, and you could do a whole set of those. I would suggest that you look at the Dolch sight words. And if you're going to do, especially for some of these worksheets that I did, C is for cat. Cat is on those Dolch sight words. I wouldn't do C is for calendar, because, you know, calendar is not a word that an early learner would know, but they would know cat. And so use those words, and you can find the link in my blog post, or you could just Google Dolch, D-O-L-C-H, sight word PDF, and then you could download a PDF of those and create, there's 1,000 words, and you could create an activity for each of those words. In fact, I would create a whole set of activities for each of those words, and that's going to keep you busy. Until next time, I hope you're inspired with some ideas, and you get to creating worksheets and activities for our early learners.